Has your home been sitting on the market and it's not selling? Don't panic. This video is for you, and I'm gonna go through a few steps that you can take to analyze and determine why your house might not be selling. Whether it's the pricing, the timing, or the marketing, this video will help you take steps in getting your home sold faster. Hi, I'm Vittoria, your trusted real estate agent, and I am excited to share with you some key components in getting your home sold if it's stagnant and has been sitting on the market. Before we get going, if you could do me a huge favor, I'd so appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Be sure to watch to the end of the video because I'm going to give you a clue as to what's probably the number one reason why your home isn't selling. First, we need to take a look at the big picture and look at the current market and the external environment. Seasons really do matter, especially if you're in the Midwest or if you're in an area that has actually 4 seasons and you're not in a vacation or resort town. The most amount of homes sell between March and August. Essentially, it's spring and summer, then followed by fall, and then lastly, winter is really the slowest season for real estate in a majority of the country. I'm not saying that houses don't sell in the winter or at Christmas or during the holidays. They absolutely do, but there's just fewer of them that sell during that time. What's the current real estate market like in your town and in your neighborhood? I don't want to hear about the real estate market in the entire country, nor do I want to hear about the local real estate market in your state, which is also very different. We need to drill down on a micro level. What is the market like in your town, in your neighborhood, and possibly even on your street? Real estate is super hyper local. Some things to consider is how many houses are on the market, we'll say in your neighborhood and or your town, within your price range. So if you're selling a $500,000 home, don't compare yourself to $200,000 condos or $1 million homes. It's important to consider within maybe a $100,000 spread from $450 to say $550, if you think you're right in that 500 level. How many homes are for sale within your town in that price point? Is there a lot of competition? Is there no competition? If there's no competition, your house still isn't selling, then you really have to take a look at a couple important factors. But on the flip side, if there is a lot of competition and everybody else's house is selling but yours, you also have to reflect and try and figure out why. Obviously, involving an expert real estate agent will help make this so much easier for you, and you're never expected to do this type of thing alone. So you can rely on a trusted realtor to help guide you and figure out why your house might not be selling. Getting back to that external environment, let's talk about that for 1 second. The real estate market is tied to world events as well. If, God forbid, there's a war that breaks out, people freak out, they're distracted, and they may not be thinking about buying their largest asset. If the stock market happens to drop significantly for a long period of time, that also could contribute to buyers not wanting to purchase. If they see their stock portfolio and their investments go down, they're not as likely to want to purchase one of the largest assets that they're ever going to buy either. And lastly, believe it or not, an election year really can play into the real estate market. And here's how. Historical data shows that leading up to an election, home sales decline 15%. So we're talking about the months of end of September, October, and November leading up to an election. Home sales drop 15%. In a non-election year, it's only about 9%, and that's just seasonally adjusted. People are distracted. From a real estate perspective, it doesn't really matter which candidate wins or loses. People are just distracted by all of the noise, and they're not making a big purchase. The caveat is this specific election year, because interest rates are dropping, and they're saying they're going to continue to drop. If interest rates continue to drop, this whole election year effect could actually be a moot point, because people might continue to purchase if they see interest rates finally dropping to a level where they can afford a home. It won't matter if it's an election year or not. They're gonna be so excited at the opportunity to finally be able to afford a house within their price range and at an interest rate that they can afford. This year could really be an anomaly and very, very different from previous election years. Another thing to think about if your house is sitting stagnant and not selling is the marketing strategy. In a market where there's an increased level of inventory, traditional marketing methods might just not be enough to sell your home anymore. Gone are the days of snapping a photo on your iPhone, slapping it on the MLS, and saying a prayer, and then the house goes under contract within minutes. There are so many more channels that you can utilize and your agent can utilize in getting your home sold. First, let's start with the pictures. The pictures are your first showing. If you're not even getting showings, then that means buyers are rejecting what they're seeing online, and those are the photos. You have to step back and ask yourself from an objective perspective, or ask your neighbor, or ask your brother, or ask a friend. Take a look at these photos. What do you think when you see these photos? So if the photos are fine and they look great, then you have to ask yourself, why aren't you getting the showings? It could be a visibility issue. People aren't just relying on MLS anymore to find homes. And you want to be sure that your agent is utilizing multi-marketing channels. You might be asking yourself, what's a multi-marketing channel for selling my home? Well, guess what? It's exactly what you're doing right now, and it's social media. You want to expose your home on social media. There's landing pages, websites, community websites, videos. Increasing the visibility of your home on all of these channels will definitely help expose it to more buyers and ultimately sell it. Video marketing can be super important in exposing your home to buyers that might not have even considered the property, buyers that don't live in your town and that perhaps live out of the state or even out of the country. This is why I always have professional videos taken of all of my listings. Video marketing is the number one thing that my team and I use to differentiate our listings from all of the others. And I can tell you, it works. Having your property on multiple social media platforms can also help give your property another chance to buyers that might have already discounted it off of their MLS feed. So they might have looked at it super quick and was like, nope, this one's out. However, if they see a video on their Facebook feed or their Instagram feed or their YouTube feed of this home, they will have a brand new perspective of the property, and it will give your home a second chance to be seen by these buyers, where then they might make the decision to come and see your house. Presentation, curb appeal, and staging are also super important to consider when selling your home. When you drive up to the home, what does it look like? Is there an unkept lawn? Are your trees trimmed? Do you have flowers? Is it seasonal? And you want to make sure your pictures also reflect this. I don't want to see an exterior photo on the MLS of a house with snow when you're selling your house in the spring or summer. So make sure all your photos are very seasonal. Staging your house can also go a very long way. Homes that are staged sell for way more money than homes that aren't staged. You can either ask your realtor to help you with the staging, or you can hire an outside professional stager to help you get your home ready. Nobody lives in their house in the same way as when you go to sell it. It now becomes a product, and you need to think about that as a product. When you look in the catalogs of RH or Crate and Barrel or all of the design magazines, that's how you need to be thinking about presenting your home to the general public. Small changes like a fresh coat of paint or rearranging furniture can make a huge difference. Nobody wants to look at a photograph of the back of a couch, okay? So rearranging some furniture and or different angles of photographs can make a big difference. I would edit out a lot of the furniture to make it more streamlined and clean looking. So when a buyer looks at the photo, they're not just distracted by all the furniture, but they can see the beautiful windows, the trim, or the gorgeous hardwood floors. You don't want them to be distracted by your furniture, because guess what? You're not selling your furniture. The furniture goes with the house, right? So you want them to notice all of the beautiful nuances that your home has to offer. Now you're gonna say to yourself, okay, Victoria, I already did all of these things and it's still not selling. Here's the number one reason why homes don't sell. And you're not gonna wanna hear it. It's the price. A majority of homes don't sell because they're not within the proper price. Often people will ask me, why don't buyers just come in and make an offer regardless of what the price is? Well, that's not the way it works, especially in this market. Overpriced homes will sit on the market oftentimes 50% longer than homes that are priced correctly. They could also sell from 5 to 10% less than if they were priced correctly. And here's a staggering fact. Homes that are overpriced will sell 10 to 12% less than their actual market value. So you will end up selling your home for less than what the market deems it's worth because you overpriced it. So pricing is imperative in netting you the most amount of money when you're selling your home. If you want a video about pricing and how to strategically price your home, drop a comment with the word pricing and I'll create a video to tell you how to accurately price your home. If your home isn't selling, please don't panic, and I hope you found this video useful. There's 3 things to remember. Presentation, marketing, and pricing will make all the difference in selling your home quickly and for top dollar. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real estate advice. And if you've had challenges selling your home, comment below because I'd love to hear what ultimately worked for you. Thanks for watching.